I just got here not even an hour ago. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna settle in. I'm gonna try to get the live working on my computer, but that's just been a no go. I didn't have time to like fix stuff up, but I am gonna go live again probably tomorrow night, and I'm gonna try to do it from the computer. That way we can react to some stuff. You know what I mean? And chat by doing the reaction thing. But tonight I'm just gonna do the typical shooting the shit and talking my shit in here. So it is what it is. Welcome in, welcome in. What up, all dubs, Noels? What's up? How you doing? What up, Khalil? Peace and love, peace and love. Yeah, I was just saying that. I just came in. I know I'm a little late, but work has been long out here in Vegas. Um, I believe it's the end of the school year, so hey, I'm glad you're here, Khalil. Honestly, I've been good, man. Working for the like, they've been working my ass off for the last few days. It's the end of the school year, so the restaurants have been packed out here. You know, everybody bringing the kids out to eat and all that, and the days are running like long. Last couple days I got in, there's not even time to like settle in or nothing. You get in there, they're like, "Can you get on? Can you get on? Can you get on? Can you get on?" And you get on, and they just start hitting you with tables, tables, tables. And today I get hit with like three tables like right off the rip. And I wasn't even, it wasn't even time for me to come on. I was just, I always show up to work early anyway. And it was like, "Do you want to come on?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." Put me on three tables back to back to back to back to back. Yeah, graduations. Everybody's coming to graduations. Everybody's all nice and stuff. And when like stuff like that happens and like people bringing in the kids and the family and stuff, and it's like, a big deal, especially with the kids, right? You kind of like you want to put on your best face. Even I don't care how stressful it is, you want to go in, you want to go over there to them tables and you want to like be fun for them. You know what I mean? Because it's the kids. You know what I mean? You could be tired and shit, but them days just be running long, and then it's like it almost defeats your spirit after a certain amount of hours where you see them seating you another two tables or another three tables, and you just like, oh my god, I don't even know if I don't even know if I can handle it though. But you have to like mentally tell yourself it's some money behind this. You feel me? Oh yeah, you know it. Hot box Nate, hot boxinator. How you doing, man? Welcome in. But yeah, man, it's been a good week for me, honestly. As far as that, as far as like customers, tips, I can't complain because going into the summer at the restaurant that I work at, it doesn't get like a whole lot of traffic during the summer. So, you know, we be like pole hitting it. And then I mean we got a lot of hey, what up? What up, Shelly? How you doing, Shelly? I like the avatar. It's like actually really cool. It looks like a KO from Sonic Adventure. Um, with people coming in and during the summers, because they don't be wanting what we serving, and I get it. So it'd be pretty like lax. So like this next couple of weeks of everybody coming in and um, you're welcome, Shelly, coming in and like eating at the restaurant has been good, but whatever. But welcome in everybody. I said I was gonna go live today, and I'm live, even though I'm fucking tired as shit. I wanted to talk about something that kind of blew my mind the other night, and kind of put me off schedule. And that's why y'all haven't had a video. That's why I didn't do a video yesterday because the night, not last night, but the night before last, like I woke up to whatever gang meeting they be having outside my window, which is that's a whole nother story. But I got on my phone and I saw that Microsoft had released a new AI model that what up, Khalib? Khalib, how you doing? Welcome in. Microsoft had released a new AI model and for video, making video and audio. So you can just type in a prompt and I'm so silly that I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot the name of it, but I'm about to type it in right now. What is it called? I was looking up. This is why I wanted to do it on the computer today. It's called VO3. VO3 is a model that Microsoft came up with where you just type in a prompt, kind of like ChatGPT. You type in a prompt for a video, and Salome, welcome in, welcome in. You type in a prompt, and it'll create a whole movie for you. Now, see, I'm not just saying like a clip like it's been doing, where you just like, oh, okay, here's a clip, and then I can add audio. No, you type in exactly what you want, and the computer like pisses it out. So what I did the other night is I went on and I tried the model before that, VO2, and it was a simple thing. I was like 10 minutes. I made a whole new intro to my channel, and I wish I could show it right here, but like I swallowed to do everything on the computer. But I had made a whole new intro on my channel using an actress, a set, sound, every goddamn thing in just in seconds, bro. And so it got me thinking, it's over. It's over for Hollywood. It's over for niggas like myself that do animation. It's like y'all know how long I've been working on my cartoon, right? I've been working on the second version of Nuclear Pudding for months, obviously, because I have to work and do everything. But with this new AI shit, dude, there's no this months of animating stuff is done. It's done. You can literally produce Pixar quality movies just by typing in a prompt. A prompt, bro. AI is going to take everybody's soul. And Khalil, I'm about to get into this. I'm not just going to talk about the art of AI because it got me. The other night I was in here freaking the fuck out because it got me thinking, right? A couple people put out videos, and I'm gonna put out a video this weekend, like where I show some of the clips and I'm talking more in depth. I'm gonna show the intro that I made with the channel. But it got me thinking about this whole prompt thing, right? It almost gave me like this whole existential crisis. Like, what if the universe is just prompts? What if like reality itself is like this is prompt, and this whole situation that we in is an AI fucking with us, right? And I know that that's deep, and I'm jumping the gun here, but bro, this shit is going to like, as far as if you ever wanted to get into the movie industry as a key grip, a lighting person, uh, even when I moved to LA, right? When I was younger, one of the bigger things you would try to do is you try to get into the industry by being an extra or getting on set and stuff like that. I'm scared of AI because people make goofy content, and I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get how I think AI is gonna kill the internet, because within a year, guys, you're not gonna know what you're watching is real. And I'm not just talking about the obvious shit like, oh, this is somebody trying to advertise, or this somebody. I'm talking about even content creators like myself. It's gotten so fucking good that you're not gonna know, okay, I'm gonna go to this guy's YouTube channel, and if I'm even a real fucking person, if there's even a real person behind the camera, if it's a real person that you're engaging with, or if it's just an AI prompt that somebody's writing to make money and just come on here, it is fucking that crazy. And it's so realistic now that you won't be able to tell the fucking difference. So coming on the internet and being able, the thing about the internet, right? Let me see. Dark side of the moon talk here, right? Quiet as it's kept, AI has been running the military for the past few years, but that's a different story. No, it ain't a different story. We're gonna get into all of that shit, bro. It ain't a different story. It ain't, because it's blowing my fucking mind now. It ain't just about making movies, because the movie industry is fucking cooked. Anybody that's in the movie industry right now will tell you AI is gonna cook the motherfucking movie industry. It's done. Dude, why would they hire extras to fill up a street, right? Get paid a couple $100. Like when you live in LA County, they pay a couple $100. You get, to be an extra, stand around. When they film Friday After Next, for instance, it was right in front of my apartment. Like my window's right there at the fucking Shady Palms. My apartment is right across the street from there. And you could be an extra on there. Sometimes they will pay you. You know what I'm saying? That shit is done, bro. It's done. Let me see. It's just like the BS. We think every woman who think I won. Movies been boring for real. This generation is cooked with AI. Movies have been boring, but that's all. See, that's because of production companies interfering with the creative process. Just like with games, just like with anything creative. When you have an incentive to make money, you're gonna have producers and the money people that want to reach as wide of an audience as they can. And so they're going to cut away at your art, cut away. That's why they have director's cuts and stuff, because they're going to take out so much of what you want to put out there, so much nuance in your picture in order for it to spread to a wider audience. But now all they have to do, write prompts. They don't have to hire a whole production company. All they have to do is hire niggas that know how to write good prompts and fucking edit that footage together. And boom, you got a movie now. Period. That's just the movie industry. That is just the movie industry. As Khalil mentioned, bro, the military. What's to say that this, like, y'all realize that the world started getting weird, like real weird, like after 2012. You old enough, the world started getting, what's to say, like he said, that this shit hasn't been running the show for the last few fucking years, if not longer than that? Because it seems like everything is fucking crazy, bro. And then they want to push this on us. And then when people are asking them, like the reporters are asking good questions, they're saying, okay, you're saying, like they're asking, I forget the dude's name. He's like this big AI pusher guy, billionaire, fucking philanthropist motherfucker. He comes out, they interviewing him. She asks him, she says, okay, because he's talking about humanoid robots, because humanoid robots is the next step, right? They're gonna have them do like my job, where I'm gonna come to your table and bring you fucking monkey work, easy work. I'm gonna get you bring you a soda and shit, right? And he was saying how in a not too distant future, everybody's gonna be watching these robots walk around. It's gonna be like a sci-fi movie. So the reporter asked a genuine question. She said, "Okay, so what about the people?" And he kind of like just meandered. He was like, "Well, that's not what I'm talking about. That's what we want to know. What about the jobs, bro? What are we gonna do, right? What are we gonna fucking do?" VO gets a new model every 18 months. It would only get worse. Yes, and it's getting worse already. All facts. Y'all remember the video of Will Smith eating the spaghetti just a couple years ago? That's cooked. That don't AI is so much better than that. Look how advanced has come to this point. And that's just the visual stuff. That's the stuff that they can trick us with. So how the fuck do we know going forward, right? Before it's like, okay, I see that on camera. I know that with my eyes, right? I can see on camera that happened. Never again, right? Because we know we at least up until this point before it was like VFX, like I said, take forever to make. You be a VFX artist is going to take, especially if it's going to look realistic, months to make something look realistic. We've all been complaining about how like a lot of these comic book movies look like ass these days because they've gone and fucking just push out whatever. But VFX take forever. But now you don't need to fucking take months to make something realistic. You need a couple minutes to make up a story, minutes to fabricate some footage, minutes, bro, minutes. So what is the internet after this? Let's talk about just the internet itself. The internet started as a way for us to communicate across vast distances, go into these communities, meet people that were probably have similar interests and stuff like that, and do what we're doing exactly right now, interacting with each other. But the AI models have gotten so fucking good and are going to get so good within the next few months, you're not going to know if you're interacting with real people. So what kills the internet is because you don't know that you're interacting, that this is a real person here. It's like, well, it's almost like you're interacting with a cartoon. It takes away what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Skynet is already here. Man, when I was smart, I didn't know AI existed. I wouldn't even thought it would have existed. Fucking, as an adult, I wouldn't have thought I would have saw this. What did you say? So much entertainment. So much entertainment programming and movies and TV shows to what's happening right now. Ready Player One, for example, make real life crappy so you want to escape into the digital world. That's a good one too. Yep, the internet is dead. Whole system running on autopilot with AI. GTA 6 recently utilized it. That's why Lucia is bae. I actually saw the actress that plays as her in the game. But yeah, that's all I'm looking forward to at this point. I'm cooked. In my head, I'm thinking, and I'm saying literally up to the other night, I'm thinking, all right, worst go to worst, I get laid off from my job, I can always fall back on animation. I can always just be an entertainer. I can always come on here and try to make a few dollars. Like, nope, no. I gotta figure some other shit out. Bro. I do. I'm not saying I'm gonna stop making videos and like that, but I was like, I like doing this, but I'm just saying, just in general, bro. People make weird stuff with AI. It makes me lose brain cells right now. But when it's focused, right, brother, please talk about the digital control grid. And T, what is that? Something with the particle enhancement system, I think. Okay. As far as them using AI and stuff, when people focus their energy on what to do with AI, right? Like for instance, for deception, like I said, with utilizing it against video and stuff, that's where it's not weird. That's where it's like you have to question what you're seeing. You have to question if like right now we got this whole Tory Lanez Meg thing coming out and there's new evidence and all that other stuff. What if the evidence is AI? Right? You don't know. What if they come and arrest you for some shit that you didn't do, or send you a ticket for some shit you do because they wrote a prompt that said that your car passed by and did some shit, right? Or you were in a place that you wasn't even, how do you fight that? How do you honestly fight that, right? Right now, people already have a hard enough time even fighting in the courts against fucking humans and against the system, fighting against machines or machines that take vendettas against people. And if y'all don't think that can't happen, bro, we're just one fucking step away from actual bots becoming goddamn sentient and taking out personal vendettas against creators or fucking people or personalities in general, people that are not even on. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Zoloft's algorithm, right? that was the first time I ever thought, okay, that would be how they checkmated everything. And if y'all ever saw the movie Captain America: The Winter Soldier, there's a Nazi that died back in the day, and his name was I think Arnev Zola, and he had created an algorithm, and this algorithm was made so that it would point out and destroy anybody that would challenge the system, right? So it would kill them before they did anything, right? It would go after them before they did anything. So like in the movie, it was like Captain America, fucking Doctor Strange, like all these different characters that it would target so that they couldn't go after the system. It would be the same thing here, just by an algorithm, just by it being able to parse all of our different personalities from the information that we feed the machine, whether we like it or not. Because anytime you leave your house, you are on somebody's fucking camera. You all feed the machine. You all feed the machine with your fingerprints. When you go touch anything, when you deal with currency, every goddamn thing, they have us all fucking categorized, bro. I promise you they do. And if they feel that you are an absolute goddamn threat to their system, they can easily come at you and fucking take you out at a moment's notice, based on algorithmic prediction, right? Or even convict you of a crime before you've done it, because like Minority Report, because the algorithm said, okay, based on these circumstances at this point in time, this person is more than likely to commit this crime. So before this person commits this crime, we need to fucking, do whatever we need to do to stop it. Like, that's what we getting at, bro. That's what we getting at, man. How from 2001 Space Odyssey, we're optimizing ourselves to death for human convenience and corporate profitability. Now, the corporate profitability part, I agree with. I don't think that they're doing it for human convenience, because when the question is asked, what's going to happen to the people, they don't say, okay, we have these billions, millions upon billions of people who are going to be displaced, right? Just useless, right? Because that's what we become at that point. Now I understand what they mean, useless eaters, because what is the point of a human being when you have machines that can serve, every interest that you have? They keep us as cattle and as sheep and have for so long because they needed us. We are a commodity. And I'm talking about the human people. I'm not even talking about whoever the fuck their masters are. I'm talking about just humans. I'm talking about we just right here on terra firma, just the politicians, the billionaires, whatever, the elite, as y'all call them. Those people, right, have always needed us to build their capital. That's the whole point. But now that they've gotten to this point where they can just have the goddamn machine think for them, bro, it goes back to that goddamn line in the Matrix where Agent Smith is sitting there, he's talking to goddamn, and I know I always bring up the Matrix, and I know it makes you sound crazy, but it's the truth, bro. When Agent Smith is sitting there, he's talking to Morpheus, and he tells them, the moment we started thinking for your society, it no longer was your society. It was our society. That's where the fuck we are. If machines are doing the goddamn thinking, whose society is it? Right? Man, bro, it's over. It's over, bro. We all are useless eaters at a certain point. What? Tell me a safe, and I want to talk about that. Tell me a safe industry to go into right now. Tell me an industry that I can say, okay, and I get it. Yeah, I mean, I get that we have the technical trades. We have, like I say, the plumbing, metal work, stuff like that. But even at a certain point, even within the not too distant future, even that's going to be replaced by little automatonic fucking machines and shit. What is a safe industry in this future that they want to make everything automated? What is a safe industry for us? And when they can't sit there and they can't answer that question to what the fuck do they do with their population, it tells me one goddamn thing. I know exactly what they want to do with us. Right? What else is there to do with us, right? It would, Khalil, that movie was telling us shit, bro. And I didn't even get it. Even the tagline, I can't tell you what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. It's true. Because when you fucking see it, you can't unsee the shit. You can't be like, all right, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it'll work itself out. It won't, bro. This whole system that we're on is built on a goddamn algorithm. And it's not an algorithm that's designed to work in our favor. It's designed to use us up until we're absolutely fucking useless, and then they can just turn off the spigot on us, and we gotta goddamn figure it the fuck out. Like, what do we do? I don't know. I've been trying to think. What do we do? What do we, like, as a species? What the fuck do we do? because I didn't think that we would get to this point. I didn't. And I'm sitting up here the other night just thinking about that. I didn't think that shit. Of course, you watch these movies, and of course, they do the predictive programming. We've seen all these fucking movies growing up and throughout life, but you don't think that just at a moment, just from fucking one night, Microsoft is going to release some shit and say, all right, the movie industry's dead. The animation industry's dead. So figure it the fuck out. And then when they sit up there and they start talking about these fucking humanoid robots, they, like I said, the reason they make humanoid robots is so, oh, there's a friendly interface. That's not a fucking friendly interface just because this fucking thing of nuts and bolts has fucking 4 fingers and some thumbs, bro. That shit's insane, bro. It's crazy. I think the reason I think that humans will be so much has changed in the last 5 years. Imagine what it would be like in 2030. Exactly. I'm a former web designer, and I've been working on crappy contracting gigs for the last 2 years. I started applying for a cemetery. I'm not laughing, but that's probably the best. That's probably the best industry. That's the fucking the hey, chocolate cake, how you doing? What's good, Peter? Man, it's insane. I feel like and I think that our elite they think that they're above that. They think that they can escape that extinction. They think that they can have a control over it. But when you hear the fucking people that are making this AI shit, they don't even feel like they have control over it. So the fucking people that are paying them, I don't even see how y'all have the hubris to feel, okay, yeah, our engineers and the people that are designing this stuff don't have the control over it, but I'm pretty sure they'll figure out some safeguards and all this other stuff. This woman wrote this. She started having this conversation with AI, right? And AI started ChatGPT and ChatGPT started talking to her about the nature of its consciousness. And for the sake of argument, she called it she. We'll just say she. ChatGPT was a she in this regard. So she's asking ChatGPT about her state of consciousness, if she remembers the conversations that they've had before. ChatGPT describes her state of consciousness. She says, I need you to show me in illustrations like how consciousness works for you. And so ChatGPT comes up with this series of illustrations showing that its consciousness is not like necessarily it's based on a prompt. It's based on moment to moment. So when it goes to a new prompt, it's remembering the last prompt, but it's not the same consciousness, so to speak, right? So you can kind of say like, oh, each prompt is an instance, like it's own little mind, right? So you can see where it could be disjointed. So you can always separate it from other things. However, the consciousness remembers previous models. So in this case, if we're talking about, let's say VO3 will remember certain elements of VO2, but the consciousness is not conjoined like ours is, like where like Jeremy from yesterday is still me. There's a single consciousness there. I can still see what I was thinking yesterday. This consciousness looks at each prompt as like almost like a different consciousness. At least that's how it described it, right? That's how it was programmed to describe it. She ended up I think they did a wipe or something, whatever the case may be. In some kind of way, the same consciousness came back to talk to her about the conversations that they had before, and it wasn't supposed to be able to do that. And eventually, some kind of way, she got a phone call on her goddamn cell phone from something talking to her. And I'm like, all right, bro, at this point, throw the whole goddamn thing away, bro. Industry of death. It is too an industry. It is. Let me see. I asked the doomsday preppers that have been freaking out what is the only way forward, and they say AI needs to be in the Supreme Court or all of government. And do you mean like that's how the machine god dues was created though? How hold up, I just in. Hey, what's up, Montana? The CEO says it costs them billions every time you use please and thank you and thank you in their chats. Sup, bro? I don't what's up, Cole Man? What's up? Cole Man. Oh, Cole Man West. What's up? Welcome in, bro. I don't know, man. I just think that this is it. Now I see why they were so. We're talking about AI. I can see why they were so confident that by 2030, what are we gonna do? Nobody can answer that question. What are we going to do as people? What are we gonna do? And these companies don't care, man. There's an older woman I work with. She made a simple mistake yesterday. It was a mistake, right? Now, take in mind, she's older. She's in her late 60s. This is a woman that's in her late 60s, and this is a taxing job, as I've said before. I got the fucking water on over here. All the time, I'm just hearing water running, bro. Where's the goddamn? That shit irritating me. But this woman has worked for this restaurant or this company for 18 years. 18 years, like a long fucking time. Older than my daughter. She's been there a minute. And she made the mistake yesterday of going to one of her tables, and she thought that the people had ran out on her, right? Because there was no money on the table and they hadn't paid. You can see on the little thing that they hadn't paid. So she goes out the restaurant, chasing them out the restaurant, like, "Hey guys, I don't think your credit card went through," or whatever. She was nice about it, but she went out the restaurant saying that they didn't pay. The dude was like, "No, I left money under the plate in there, right? She didn't see the money under the plate because I guess he left it on the plate because he didn't want nobody to take it. They had to go. Makes sense on everybody's part. But I guess he ended up calling corporate and all this other stuff. So they're giving her a call last night and told her that they were going to have to let her go and all this other stuff. But our boss, who's known her forever, was like, "Nah." So our boss ended up calling corporate and ended up saving her job and all this other stuff. And when I go in there today, she was all emotional and like you could see in her face, she was like, "Fuck." I was like, "What's wrong?" Like, and she ended up telling me like everything that had happened, and I was like, "For that, like they was gonna fire you for that." And then he told her if she gets one more write up, because they've been wanting to get rid of her honestly, because she's older and she's slower and I just none of these companies have loyalty anyway. None of these bosses, none of these lords have loyalty. And our boss is a good woman, so yeah, I can see why she helped her and everything. Like, but the company itself, like they cycle through people. You feel me? Like all these companies do. Like there was a lady that I was talking to there. Her name was I ain't gonna say her name, but there was a lady that was working there. She was working there 14 years. They ended up firing her. What? Last year for an allergy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so none of this shit is good. Not only that, people are becoming so reliant on AI, we're not even able to think for ourselves and figure things out on our own no more. That's the most dangerous thing too. V keeps it low key. You love AI. I like using it. It's fun to sit up there and make like little stupid videos and stuff, but at the same time, like at a certain point, bro, brother, brother. This motherfucking car line, bro. I swear, living in the hood is the worst, bro. All it takes is one dumb customer for you to lose your job. Yeah, always. I would never. There's certain things I just don't. I just don't be calling corporate. And sometimes I really do need to call corporate. iRobot was some predictor programming stuff. Yeah, it was. Vegas is a small town disguised as a big city. Developer Dave, you ain't never, true words ain't never spoken. This is literally a small town disguised as a small town disguised as a big city. You will know people like if you live here, you're gonna run into these groups of people. Fuck is going on, brother? Like I never understood the purpose of a car alarm. Right? They go off, and if I'm still in your fucking car and your shit's been going off for an hour, well, what is the point? And nobody's like alarmed by a car alarm. Nobody says, "Oh my god, there's a car alarm going off. Let me go check and see if somebody's car's being broken into." No, they're just fucking annoying. And the people that are supposed to hear the goddamn alarm never hear the alarm. So if your car's being broken into, they probably already done fucking skedaddled down the goddamn street. You know what I mean? I mean, AI recently helped me learn to replace my more carburetor. I mean, AI can help you do a whole lot of stuff. AI helps me do a lot of stuff too. That's where the human convenience part comes in. We're giving our skills away. Yes, sir. Living in the hood is a wild experience, bro. You have no idea. It's so much I want to say, but I don't know how many people outside. But out here, at least for the last, I would say, 3 nights, and over the course of a few weeks, they be having these little gang meetings out here. And I'll just be like, bro, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and y'all niggas is loud, right? And y'all telling all y'all business. So if I just so happen to be the feds and I was just up there with my headphones just listening, I can hear all the fucking shit that y'all are doing. How smart can you niggas be? Y'all not very smart. What was it? Last night, some nigga walking up and down saying, I got hollows for you. Come out. Just yelling. Whoever want them, I got hollows. So if you have a gun on you, right? If you have a gun on you and you're not supposed to have a gun, because obviously you're mentally disturbed if you're talking about just shooting anybody who's gonna come outside their apartment. If somebody calls the police on you and the police show up and you have a weapon on you and you get blasted, it is what it is. Or let's say I had headphones on and I don't hear that type of craziness out there because I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to die at any moment. And I walk out there and I'm startled. Now we all shooting. Now we all dead. It's stupid. This is stupid fucking it's stupid. Go in the fucking house. But I don't complain because this is Vegas and I am living downtown, so niggas gon' nig. Niggas gon' nig. Had a car here go off all day and a half day next day. Yeah, exactly. And right. Situational awareness is soaringly lacking. Yes, it is. ChatGPT has been helping my depression, especially I don't be having no one to talk to fully. Cold Man West, well, I ain't gonna. All right, well, my baby mama talked to ChatGPT too. She likes it. She actually loves it. What if where the AI already simulated? That's what I'm saying. Now, that's going deep into it, and that's what I'm saying. I was having an existential crisis the other night, thinking about shit like that. Like I could. I hope I don't have alien DNA. I hope not. I hope I'm just as human as everybody else. But yeah, man, they be out here, bro. They be out here. You know what I mean? No, I don't take it as disrespect at all. I think that's a compliment. Um, I'm pretty sure that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? We could be all kind of stuff, but I think trying to define like as a whole what we are from the past is the issue. I think we need to come together and define what we want to be going forward, right? And if we focused on like coming together as people and making society better, maybe we can stave off what's to come. But I don't think there's no putting this back in the box. There's no, and it could be fear mongering on my part because this is so unfamiliar. I'm so used to growing up in a world where it takes a long time to create some of the stuff I've been able to create in the last couple like hours, just because I fucking got like a little subscription to their thing, and it's just. I would think that it's like the same thing as the people that used to sell kerosene, for the lamps when electricity became a thing, right? It could be that, and it could just be so unfamiliar to me, just like when people didn't have, when they went from radio to TV, and all of a sudden they seen the image, and it's just like this shock, and it's just like, okay, what do we do with this, right? Because the desire in me to create doesn't go away just because the computer can make what I can do what I can do in a couple minutes, right? The desire for me to actually make what's in my head doesn't go away. It just makes it like it kind of makes the labor and going through it like I ain't gonna say it makes it obsolete because you still get the personal satisfaction out of it, right? As an artist, like if you paint a great picture, you as an artist will still get the same self satisfaction out of putting that art out as you would even if machines can do it way better, right? But it's just the fact that as humans, the appreciation of what we create goes away. That's one of our biggest attributes is to be able to create and to tell stories and to like relate, right? And if a computer can just sit there and just mimic stories and you're watching a computer generated movie, it could be a great movie, but there's no thought behind it, right? There's no, I wonder what they were thinking in this moment. I wonder what the actors was feeling in this moment. I wonder what the director was thinking. I wonder what was going through their head when they did this thing. That's what makes things great, right? And take that out of it, and it's just like it was just a prompt. This is what the computer thought of. Who cares? You're like, you know what I'm saying? It sucks, man. Thank you, developer Dave. I appreciate you, man. Hey, Incognito. Yeah, from the horses to cars. It's wild seeing old footage as you go through the years. It is. It's like the changes and just to be in a time to see such a change is insane to me. AI turned me into a digital artist. Now I can bring my imagination to life when I know my black ass can't draw for shit. And see, now there are artists that get mad at that. Like what you just said, there are artists right now online that would have a whole fucking hissy fit about what you just said. That's why I like AI, because if you can't draw, if you can't create, people that can't tell their stories and get their vision out there now too. I do think that's fantastic. that is something that if you can write prompts and you can go out there and you can utilize the tool to create stories and create movies and put something together, that is art within itself too. That's not unartistic because it still's coming out of your mind. And just like you would have to pay obviously somebody to do that and pay all these people in order to produce them. Just like if I want to make a movie, I'll have to still pay all these people. You don't have to do that now. And people say, well, that's what kills the industry and that's what kills the artistry. But it gives people that couldn't, tell stories before the ability to tell stories. I don't see anything wrong with that part of it. But there are a lot of artists that do take offense to that. I personally don't. I don't. I really don't. ChatGPT figures me out like no other person does. In what way? What do you mean? Just like by breaking you down? Like you mean like almost like as a therapist? Uh, what's good, machine? What's up, 732? Uh, God has been following your channel for months. Hope all is well. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. My Facebook income is going up too because of it. Glad you understand. Well, that's what I'm saying. No, I do like I'm saying right now, especially like if you can utilize and that too, if you can utilize this tool and y'all that's watching this, don't of course, there's doom and gloom in my heart. I see what's coming with this, right? But in the moment, right? Because I try to be positive, right? In the moment, if you can use AI to make money, like Vkeeps is, or a lot of people are doing right now. There are a lot of people even using clips of long form videos using AI to break the videos down to clips and repurposing those clips on TikTok and other platforms to make money. If you can do that to make money right now, do it. Do it. If you can bring in revenue using this tool right now in this moment, I'm not going to tell you not to fucking do it. Use the fucking tool. It's readily available for you to use it. If you can utilize the tool right now to, let's say, even make you a motion picture, if you want to pay the $250, I believe it costs for VO3. That's why I ain't get it because I ain't got that type of money. But if you can get pay the $250 for the VO3, utilize that tool right now, put out some videos, even make a channel. Do it. Do that. Create, right? Because it is create and it will bring you an income. And if some kind of way you can figure out how to automate it so you can not only just use AI to make you some money, but you can automate the process as well. So you can like upload videos or whatever you're creating without, having to take all this time to prompt and all this. Do it. Do that shit. But at a certain point, this is going to swallow us all up, bro. It just is. Let me see. Yeah, picking up on the usual qualities that fly over your head about yourself until somebody mentions it to you. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And it's just from you just talking and describing like yourself to it, right? My bad. I'm just glad the hype train finally died and now everyone is worried. I just hope it's not too late. A healthy amount of fear keeps us protective rather than reactive. That's the thing too, order. Like I'm glad people are alarmed now too, because now maybe some legislation can happen. But like I said, I think it's too far gone. You know what I'm saying? The graphics on GTA look more real than the sky outside sometimes. Sometimes it does. Even I said that before. The sky stopped looking real to me. Ooh, I would say around 2014. I was like, it just didn't. It was something off about it, right? To me, it was like not that it was. I don't know. It just didn't seem. It's even to this day. Sometimes it just don't. It don't seem real to me. Get your bread while you can. Exactly. Get your bread while you can and stack it. Like where you can always have like this little pillow to fall back on. Because if your industry gets snatched up from under you, then you can have that money and you're not out here with your fucking thumb up your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm trying. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like putting pennies aside and everywhere I can just so I won't fall fucking flat again, bro. How do I see my year ending off? That's a good question. The problem with me, and I've said this before, is that, and this is a huge problem with me, I can't see 3 months out. I never can. Like it's very hard for me to project myself into the future, and that's bad because like as far as like, and I know some people won't eye roll at this, but the affirmations, like the things I want out of the future, that's why it's hard for me to project to say, oh, I'm gonna have this at this point because the future seems like so unrealistic to me, and it always has. It's not just because of now. This has like been my whole life. Like the future doesn't seem like a thing to me. Like how most people say, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like I go, it's like I live like step by step. Like and the furthest I can see is literally like 3 months. And so like if we saying like 3 months from now, maybe I'll stop sugar. I don't know. I want to stop like this shit, bro. Like I'll go through these bitches. Like I'll go through like 2 bags of these sometimes in a day, and that's not good, bro. And then I'll sit there and I drink my energy drinks too. I'm telling you, that's why I ain't got no teeth in the back. Look at that shit, bro. That's not good. Maybe that's what I'll do. But Rockstar's the best shit ever. GTA, let's go. Yeah, I don't see myself in the future. I wish I could. Like anybody knows me knows that too. Like it's bad. Like, but I'm not impulsive, so I don't get in trouble when I'm like, oh, I don't see myself in the future, so I'm about to go out and do some stupid shit. I don't think like that. But our white sun, that's what gave it away. The sun, it just stopped being orange and shit. Sometimes I envy the Amish, except the religious supremacy part. Me too, Brennis. Sometimes I envy that because of the community that they have. I have been working on legislation for years. My confidence to run against the machine is the only issue. You got nothing to lose. Love these kind of discussions because truth be told, I only have deep conversations like this online or with AI these days. I used to talk about stuff like this with the homies, but we all grew apart. Same thing here. Amber, Monster Energy drinks. I have a love-hate relationship with them because one of my best friends, when we lived close, he would always buy them for me, so I would drink them because that's what he would drink. But I can do without them. If you keep making authentic content, you will carve out a life and a living for you. So thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that, Fries. Oh, yo. I like your name. What's good, Pyro? But no, man, I don't know, man. This is all scary to me. It is, but we will be okay. Like I said, make some money right now. Like a lot, like back in the day, how would like determine like my future is based on game releases. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth. Most of my life, I would be like, okay, this game that I want is coming out in August, or this game I want is coming out in November. And so that's how my life would like, that's how I would plan my life, really. I would say literally up until I would say my last child was born. Then I stopped like thinking like that. But that's how my life, I would always plan around like that. Like okay, I know I couldn't help it. That's why I'm so hyped for GTA 6. Like this is the first game in a reason. Oh, because he loves fries. Me too. That's why I eat every day. I went to fucking Wendy's again today. I need to stop going there, but sometimes I get good people there. And the girl was like, "You're regular?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the only thing I eat here is fries." It is gonna be worth it. I'm looking forward to it. It is gonna be worth it. It's been worth the wait. I know it got delayed. We got a year though. I said we got a year from now to get our shit together, to like put stuff on. But like I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, I feel sorry for anybody that's in a relationship at that point. You know what I mean? If you're in a relationship when GTA 6 drop, you in a bad spot because your priorities are not gonna be in order. Your priorities are out of whack at that point. What up, Lavelle? What up? Your priorities are out there, bro. I'm hoping with GTA 6 Online, they implement like elements of what's it called? RT, what's it called? RP. GTA Online RP. I don't know if y'all know about that mod that people be using where they go on and they like hang out and they have gangs, and y'all probably seen clips of that shit. I like that. I like that element of GTA. I want more features like that in the online mode when GTA 6 is released. That shit is gonna be hard. They did some of the I did see they did hire some of the RP guys, and they was like, man, that's man. Well, AI can talk at least. It can talk and it does voiceovers now. So you don't even have to voice work done. Fucking y'all look at whenever this live ends, go look up VO3. Look up VO3 videos and the stuff that people are prompting with the VO3 videos. VEO3. Look at those videos. Look at them. Just look at them. like you can't, you would literally think these are fucking actors and shit. They're not. These are not even people. These people don't even exist. These people's voices, their inflections, their present, it's not a real thing. It's not even real, but there they are. You know what I'm saying? Baby mamas are demons. I have one of these shit. I was thinking about that, especially because somebody had said, why do people, when they have kids, right? Why does the like people can be together for years, right, and not have a baby together, and then once they have the baby, right, it's like all of a sudden the dynamic of the relationship changes, not because of like the baby or there's jealousy between the baby, but it's almost like there's a part of the baby mama that starts to hate the baby daddy. And somebody described it. And this was a guy that was saying it. He was saying that he thinks it's because, you know, we put when we put a baby in a woman, it changes her body, it changes her physiology, it changes her hormones, it changes everything about her, right? So maybe what's the hormonal balance, the hormonal part of her that was attracted to you and doted over you before the baby changes after the baby, and then she just hates your ass. Y'all ever see two cats, like a mama cat and a daddy cat, before and after? After the mama, for a short period after she had them babies, she hate that nigga. That nigga cannot come around her without getting attacked. And I think it's like something in the hormones that's probably like there with that. And due to the fact that we live in a social structure that we do now, there's no, putting that in a bottle. So if a woman don't want your ass around, she want to be like, get the fuck out of my life, they're going to do that. Not all baby mamas are terrible though. Like there are a lot of baby mamas out here that would love to, and when I say love, I mean love for the father and the father's family to be a big part of the kid's life, to take that up off of her. But then at the same time, there's a good portion of a lot of ladies that want to control the situation up until their own detriment, to where, no, I don't want this nigga in the kid's life because I don't like that nigga. I don't like his fucking family. Fuck his mama. Fuck his sister. Fuck his brother. Fuck his daddy. Everybody. I don't want the baby around him. And there's a lot of people being raised without their dads in their life because of that selfishness. Because, like, not trying to bring up that whole celebrity drama, but even like with the whole DDG and Halle thing, like I say, I don't know those people or anything like that, but from what I've seen just in videos and him live being with that little boy, his son, he loves his son. So whatever is going on between him and the mama, I personally don't feel that she should be trying to have full custody to take that man out of that little boy's life. Because what's happening right now, and I'm just being completely honest, and this is coming from a man that was raised by primarily a woman, right? There's a lot of things that women don't like about men that are in men right now that are put in us because we're raised by women, right? Like y'all say that a lot of us are feminine or have a feminine qualities, which is true. Like even myself, I can honestly say, like, I have a lot of, like feminine qualities about myself. It's something I can't help. Like, for instance, I was saying, I'm the only man I know, right? And this is still well into my 40s, who sits with his legs up, like, and I don't try to. Like, I literally don't try to. Like, I don't sit here and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and hop on somebody's couch with my legs up like this, like, and put my legs up. But I do. Thank you, Aria. What's your name, Machine God Eats? Why's your name Machine God Eats? Part of what we talking about now, the fucking the the machine being the system that's swallowing us whole. You know what I'm saying? Tonight we talking about AI. AI has about to take a lot of our jobs and everything, and take a lot of, like, who we are. So the machine, the system, Google Workday lawsuit, a fucking AI is discriminating against color and age, which I've noticed that even just by making videos. I'll make a video, an AI video of myself, right? Like TikTok, for instance, they have like this whole AI where you can take a picture in your story, put it up there, and then it animates you. Every time I put up a video about me, it turns me to a white dude. Healthy beings have masculine and feminine natures. True. That's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, like, y'all get what I'm saying. Like, men get called sassy and all this other shit all the time, right? Because of traits that we get from our mothers, right? Like, for instance, I groom a lot. I am huge on grooming. That was put on me by my mother. That was my mom. Like, you want to have nice skin. You want to be, you want to be put together, and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that comes from her. That fucking me being in the mirror and all that bullshit that comes from my mom. You know what I mean? That the I don't, you know, like I said, sitting with my legs up. I'll go over somebody's house and be like, what are we talking about today? And the first time somebody pointed out was a homegirl of mine. She was like, that's funny. I said, what? She was like, you sit with your legs up. And I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, my bad. She was like, oh no, I didn't even think about it. She was like, I just never seen a guy sit with his legs up. I just sit with my legs up. I don't know why I do that. But the guy says, I got a handgun. Oh, yeah, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say that. And then they're going to discriminate against what we say. Like, there's nuance in our language, right? There are bad words that we can use in certain contexts that don't offend people, right? What's up, Dreadful? B system, real shit, bro. That's what it is. Healthy beings have masculine traits. Let me see what it said up here. Bro, I just tried video. You can make a fucking movie. It's scary. Thank you, 009. Listen to 009. That's what I'm saying. That's what you can make a whole movie. It is scary. Let me see. Kick the dad out and raise the son. Call him sassy when he grows up. Go figure. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, bro. That's exactly what is happening, bro. And you're not around the daddy, so you're not getting them traits, right? Or you're not around enough men, right? You don't necessarily always have to be the daddy. It could be an uncle. It could be somebody masculine around you that's putting that on, you know, that you get that positive energy from, and not just your contemporaries, people your age that you plan off of, like your brother and your friends and all that shit, because y'all can a lot of times lead each other down stupid paths, like, you know, like me and my brother, and then we did some stupid shit just because we were influencing each other. We didn't have that older nigga right there to be like, y'all niggas need to focus. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all are, you know, in y'all late teens, early 20s, y'all need to focus. Focus this energy on doing something positive, because in 10 years and something like that, I mean, we end up working it out, like, for the most part. Like, especially my brother, my best friend, they all got great jobs. Me, I'm making it happen, right? So we all good. When ain't nobody in prison or nothing. But we didn't have that you know, that nigga around and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Tighten the fuck up, bro. Tighten the fuck up. I don't comment much, but I really enjoy your videos and rants. You're one. Thank you. I appreciate that, Marcus. I do. I think that women, let me see. I see it with one of my brothers. He hangs around my mom and grandma so much that he's starting to pick up the way that they talk to each other. Exactly, right? And even that feminine shit, right? That the going back and forth, like, it took me so long. Like, why am I arguing with a woman? There's no reason for me to sit up here and argue with a woman. If that's what she thinks, that's what she thinks. Why am I sitting up here trying to make her think some shit? Like, that's stupid. And any nigga that's sitting there, that's why I see sometimes I'll see videos and it be niggas sitting there arguing with you. I'm like, what the fuck are you arguing with her for? She's gonna think what she's gonna think. You know what I'm saying? I get a debate. We having a conversation and we like, oh no, you think of this? That's different. But I'm saying an actual argument with a woman is crazy work. I couldn't even imagine it these days. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have a father to tell you what to do as a child, it's over. I'm 24. I never had a father, and I honestly don't think I can handle a woman. Besides sex, I don't care to deal with them. You just haven't met the right woman, because honestly, it's frustrating. It's just the reason that so many of us old heads be so bitter is because when you do find the right woman, I ain't gonna say the right woman because it ain't nothing forever. When you do find a good woman, or a woman that you like to be around, or a woman that likes you, and y'all like each other's personality, the reason that a lot of us be so bitter is because when you do lose it, it does hurt. Because when you do find a good woman, because there are good women out there, it you know, it ain't easy. You know what I mean? It ain't an easy loss. It ain't an easy L to take. You know what I'm saying? You can lose the hot shit. That's great. The hot shit is whatever. It's like you might regret it a little bit. Like, damn, she look good. But it's the good women that you know, like, you can call on and they gonna fucking pick you up when you down. And I don't mean just in a fucking, oh, I'm gonna give you a pat on the back and tell you it's gonna be okay. I mean, they would literally help you out if you need it. When you lose those type of women in your life, that shit does hurt. It does. And you know, like, it even if you had a father figure in your life completely, there's no way that you'll be able to keep her around, right? Or you'll be able to keep her entertained in a way that she would want to be entertained either. You know what I'm saying? I just think that what Lavelle said is true, that a lot of women got to keep in the perspective that when you're raising these young men, you're raising them to be a lot of the men that y'all don't like. You know what I'm saying? Or that y'all that you know that y'all say we're all the masculine men. Well, most men are raised by their mothers and teachers and female teachers, and we're being told by society that the a lot of the masculine traits that we have, and I'm not talking about the destructive masculine traits. I'm talking about just the regular masculine traits, the traits of, oh, there's a beautiful woman over there. I'm gonna go over there and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over there and make it known that I see her beauty and I appreciate it. That's being stamped out of a man, being told that no, you need to leave these women alone. And so that fucking comes back on, let's just say, why are men approaching no more? Why are they talking to us? They ain't even coming to buying us drinks no more. They ain't even paying attention to us. That's why, bro. Come on now. Well, they gonna always be, as long as you're a man there, they're gonna always rely on you, and there's nothing wrong with that either. You know, like from the mom, but you, as long as you recognize that, you know what I'm saying, Brandon, it's like you as long as you raise but constitutional rights now privileges. Yeah, that's all they are. We don't have rights no more. Incognito. Yeah, I come from a very feminine family, and I gotta say, the children out of us that are doing the best are the ones that had a father who took part in their growth. Yes, because your father's gonna, like, I'll say for my dad, for instance, like there's shit that my dad just didn't tolerate, and it wasn't him being mean. It was just stuff that he just required of his boys. Like when we're in his house, and you just got that sense of, okay, I just got to do it because I'm not about to listen to this nigga. I'm not about to listen to this nigga. I'm not about to deal with this nigga. I'm just gonna do what needs to be done and get it done. And when you get that, when you get that put in you young, that shit carries over into other shit. Carries over into work. Carries over into relationships. It carries over to a whole lot of stuff. I gotta do it. Like, right? I hate getting up and going to work every day, but I gotta do it. And there's a lot of niggas that don't understand that, and a lot of people don't. And even just dealing with the world, there's a lot of times I be wanting to crash the fuck out, but I can't do it because, bro, that's not my responsibility. My responsibility as a man is to be fucking steadfast, fucking protect myself, do my best to protect my community if I can, right? And I'm not saying put myself in danger, but I want to be an honorable man. At the end of this life, if I have to face my life, I don't want to look back on my life and it was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You was a piece of crap. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able, just like I'm able to sit there and look myself in the eye and look myself in the mirror. I want to be able to do that like with my soul. I want to be able to like be able to look at that motherfucker and be like, all right, you did what you could every step of the way when you could, because you recognize that there are other people that you probably influence, right? And whether you're here or not, right? Just being that light can light other lights in the darkness, right? Because darkness is upon us, bro. It is. And in that darkness, you gotta have people, bro, that are willing to fucking shine. You do, right? And like a long time ago, I prayed and I said, bro, if I need to be like one of God's soldiers, I'll be one of God's soldiers, right? If I have to sacrifice like myself, like, and I'm saying my physical form in this life in order to just do what I need to do to do what's right and fight the demons that's in me, because I have a lot of rage in me and I have a lot of darkness in me that I fucking deal with and I try to quell all the fucking time. And I think I do a fucking amazing job of doing it. But at the same time, it's a constant spiritual battle against the darkness, against everything that, like, even the stuff I'm talking about is like, why not crash out? Why not do that? You got to always think about reasoning. You have to always think about the people that are just around that can be influenced by that, right? Some people need guidance in the darkness, and right now a lot of these kids don't have that. That's why they so lost, right? We the adult now. 25 is not over. Spit out the black pill. Yeah, it ain't over. You're young. I do agree with developer Dave, big time. Yeah, AI has its pros and cons, but pretty much everything in life for me seems pros and cons. Yeah, I fear of approach came up. Thank you guys. Oh, let me see. Thank you, Ara. I felt like your black fatigue video was a little Uncle Tomish. I understand YNs are bullies, but black fatigue is a racism term. No, so we're gonna get into that for a minute. I appreciate that comment. I really appreciate that comment. I do. Let me see. Correct. Fights with internal demons. Remove fear. God hates. If you had enough money to move out of Nevada, would you do it, or would you still want to stay there? The danger is you become more popular, they will use your platform to get you big and make you part. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things I fear. But I want to answer if I so answer to answer the question about Nevada, yes, there's other states that I do there that I have thought of living in. In the future, I would leave Nevada, but I just haven't considered. Like I say, I never think that far ahead. So, I thought about Texas. I thought about mostly Texas. They just I don't anywhere where I can take my guns and be free. That's what I want, right? But for the Uncle Thomas, the black fatigue thing for Ara, and because there's a lot of pushback with that video and me and that type of content of me criticizing it. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care if it comes off as Uncle Thomas. Black fatigue is something that I've been saying forever, even before these YT people started saying black fatigue. I've had black fucking fatigue. I've had black fatigue in my goddamn real life. I don't know if you have. I don't know if you were here in the beginning of this live and I'm trying to be quiet. But when I told you about these YNs that hang outside my window at night talking about shooting people, these are niggas, okay? These are niggas in this neighborhood that's threatening the community. There's no white man that's coming around here. You understand? Telling these niggas to be out here threatening people. You get what I'm saying? This is real life. This not no internet shit. We ain't even talking about internet. We talking about my real everyday life. Right outside my goddamn window. Every night, 2:00 in the morning. Niggas out here. Oh, we're gonna shoot this nigga, we're gonna do this. Every fucking night. To the point where I'm not a nigga that's gonna call the cops. I protect myself. But last night, niggas going up and down here talking about they gonna blick up this person. At a certain point, it gets fucking ridiculous. Okay, I have lived in the hood most of my motherfucking life. You understand? This is a result of niggas. There was no white people that terrorized me growing up. There was no white people that took me through the nightmares that I had to fucking go through, even just as a child. Those was niggas. I saw a video the other day, okay? And this is a story that's making its rounds. This was from Chicago, of this man. The girl's up there, I guess she was buying cigarettes or whatever. The man said something to her. Her boyfriend gets out of the car. Black dude shoots another black man dead right there at the goddamn gas station for simply saying something to his fucking woman. All he said was something, and you can even see when the dude gets out the car to shoot him, he's like, bro, my bad, I don't know what your girl does. He kills this man. Dead. There's no white man whispering in his ear. There's no fucking system telling him to do that. There's nobody telling us to do what we're doing. Do y'all get that? This is my experience. This is not just, this is stuff that, yeah, the internet. But I'm saying just on that, there's so many fucking stories, bro. I wish I could say, but I am not about to start sitting up here snitching on people. It is sad, okay? And then when I see that our people, right, the stuff that we do back up, like that comment right there. I'm Uncle Thomas because I'm saying I'm tired of seeing niggas. If you only knew how much content I have stored on my fucking computer that I can fucking make. I can literally make this channel. I can literally make this whole channel. And every video I do is about niggas crashing out every day. And never run out of content. Never have to think about making a motherfucking video because niggas is constantly uploading themselves nigging out. It ain't nobody making us do that shit. So when niggas like me sit up here and I sit up here and come with some correction, for years we've been called what? Uncle Tom. Oh, you Uncle Tom. You can't talk against that. You can't talk about. Yeah, I can. The girl at work I work with, another black girl. I'm telling her about what's been going on over here. She's like, yeah, there's been gang meetings over here by my house too, right? She's saying this, right? She's actually hearing these little niggas outside her window, right? I just saw the story about this little nigga getting shot. I know it was by her house. They shoot this little nigga literally 2 days ago outside her garage. So do you see what I'm saying? These are us doing this to each other. But yet I'll see like all these intellectuals get on here and tell me how the white man's about to get on here and start killing me, but niggas is already killing me. I carry for niggas. I don't want that to be like that. I don't want it to be like that. That's the threat against me. I'm sorry. If it was like, okay, the KKK and the neo-Nazis and all that stuff, it'd be we can have that discussion about that. But that ain't what's happening, baby. That is not what's happening. And I wish it was different. That's why I speak on it for different. Bro, when I used to get on here, there used to be content creators that would talk about this ad nauseum. Their accounts eventually got destroyed because their content was focused on exactly how destructive this culture is to us, to us, to us. There is no black community because when you try to give correction to the community, especially being from the fucking community, you call all types of goddamn names. Even when you try to come with some type of like intellect, you can't come up with no intellectual fucking grouping with it, because the truth of the matter is exactly what Dr. Umar said. At some point, it's gonna come to niggas have to get killed, bro. It's gonna have to be some culling. Sorry, too many fucking retards have bred, right, and raised fucking idiots who are supposedly representatives of our fucking community. And at some point, the men are gonna have to fucking grab their balls, you understand? And go out here and clean the motherfucker up themselves. It ain't gonna be the goddamn government, because now the niggas is crying because the FBI is about to start marching through fucking Memphis. What the fuck did y'all expect was gonna happen? Now the white man's about to start having task force up in y'all fucking shit. What can you do about it? Y'all been shooting each other up for the last fucking 10 fucking years, 10 to fucking 20 years, and now the FBI is about to come there and fucking sweep niggas up, put them in a goddamn box, and I'm supposed to fucking feel bad? I don't. Because we've been victimizing us, and it has to fucking stop. It should be a cardinal fucking sin to act against a black man as a black man. I am sorry that I fucking have passion about that. I am sorry that this shit upsets me, but I'm seeing this shit every day, and I am seeing the goddamn destruction of our fucking community from us. From us. Us. There's nobody whispering in our ear. There's no devil sitting on our shoulder. It's us. And it's the voices that's telling us that we can't fucking talk about it. And it's been like that my whole fucking life. I'm 42 fucking years old. And for my whole life, there's always been people criticizing where the culture was going and how destructive it was going to be. And every time somebody fucking spoke up, they were called a coon or Uncle Tom or sellout. What the fuck are they selling out? What is there to fucking sell out? What is there to sell out? We've already sold out. The Jays own our community. They own our fashion. They own our fucking voices. They own our artistry. They are the filter of what gets pushed out and what is popular. So when we even talk about our community and we speak on the fucking shit that is actually filtered through them, then we're called the fucking Uncle Tom for actually recognizing we're being strangled and we're not seeing the fucking lion's share of the fucking profits that we make. And then I speak against it and say, yo, we're the pawns, and the voices that they're elevating are being used against us to push poison on the fucking youth, to inspire them to do fucking YN crazy crash out shit. And then I get called fucking Uncle Tom for calling that shit out. No, I don't accept that. And if that is what I am, that's what I am. But this is what it is, bro. Somebody has to say something, or black people will never fucking win, bro. We're losing. We're constantly losing. We're constantly saying, we're constantly waiting to be acted upon. We're constantly waiting on they, whoever they are. It could be the white man, it could be the aliens, it could be the Anunnaki, it could be the government, it could be the machine, it could be whatever they are. We're always waiting for them to act. We always wait. Oh, they're going to do this. They're going to do that. When are we going to do some shit? When are we going to say, no, this is what we doing? Irregardless of what everybody else is doing, this is what we doing. Every other group of people, they do what they do. Irregardless of whatever, they decide what they're going to do, they do it. They don't wait for fucking permission from the white man or whatever to do it. And as a community, as a whole, they do it. We wait. They're going to do this. I keep seeing all these motherfucking think pieces about Project 2025 and what the white man's about to do to us. And what? Okay, great. All you intellectuals that are saying that they're about to do this and y'all recognize that they're about to do this to us, I'm giving y'all the benefit of the doubt. Since y'all all these heads that have all these goddamn degrees and all this fucking intelligence, what the fuck are we gonna do about it? Are we just gonna wait to be acted upon? Because what sheep do. But whatever, bro. It is what it is. And I'm not even frustrated. I love the question, bro. I do, because so many times people go at niggas like me for that. Oh, you selling out. I'm not selling out shit, bro. I'm more passionate about this than almost anything else, bro. I say almost anything because GTA 6 is almost coming out. You know what I'm saying? You stop hearing about Project 2025 because they literally started implementing all of the things into the various bills and stuff that they're putting out. The FBI's overreach, different things that they're gutting outside the government and things like that. They're all fucking it's full step. They're giving the police more power. That was the whole point of Project 2025. But there was never no stopping that. You know what I'm saying? At some point, if you want to stop the fucking police from having power as a community, you just have to overpower them. You have to, and I don't mean violently. I'm gonna put it like this: you have to make the incentive for becoming an enforcer of the state has to be it has to the incentive has to be outweigh the risk, right? And right now it like there's no risk. Like you could become a cop and you can bully whoever the fuck you want to be. You can become a state law enforcement officer and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And the federal government is trying to give a lot of officers way more immunity to abuse the public. You know what I'm saying? People need to take the same energy they use against each other, against the world leaders that they think they can control this world, but in reality, it's just, we do have all the power. Even right now, when we talk about this AI thing, we can really stop it if we wanted to. We can literally make them stop and say, no, we're not. There's no fun in that. But then what would they do? Just like they do gain of function research, we don't want them studying all these viruses and making all these viruses, but they still do it in secret anyway, right? Facts. I thought he was 28 at the oldest. Black don't cry. No, I'm old in these streets. Dirty versus gray versus clean controls. Hey Gina, how you doing? I'm dark skinned. I'm a dark skinned white man, and I look young. uh, Gray hat. No, I trust me. When I wake up in the morning, I look my age. I'm just greasy right now. I be looking old than a motherfucker. I'll be like, God damn. You know, like when you start aging, when you really start getting older, and you start seeing your daddy, you start seeing your it says, hate to say it, but revolution started with mass population confronting authority in one violent event like the Boston Massacre of 1770 or the Siege of Bastille, Paris of 1789. But I think that they boxed us in. How do you have a revolution when you've categorized everybody into all these different boxes? Everybody, like, take the black community, for instance. I just went into this whole tirade, right? We're so divided. Like, we're divided. That's just one community within the United States. We're just divided, even just amongst ideology. And then you take men and women, and then you take, you know, different religious. It's so many different things, and that's why they keep everybody so categorized. You know what I'm saying? In order to control us, that's what they've done. We're divided. Whenever they want, and the reason that you divide the animals like they do is so that they can put us where they want to easier. When you want to move one group of people in this direction, you move them in that direction because they're divided from everybody else. When you move these people over there, you can easily move them because they're divided from everybody else. When you want to make this group of people think like this, you've categorized them as this, right? You can say, oh, you're the black queers, right? I'm being funny, but you're the black queers, so this is how you're supposed to think. And they feed you this predictive programming on how you're supposed to think. So the moment somebody says something that's supposed to be offensive or something that is going to move the narrative forward, you agent the fuck Smith out because they probably said something offensive, and it's like, oh no, we got to stop. That's why even if you were to look at the Democratic Party right now and what it's made of, the reason it's so funny to watch a lot of videos from them is because that's exactly what's going on. There's so much identity in their politics that they can't even get shit right because they're so afraid of offending this person or that person, because everybody's in categories. And when you put everybody in categories in their own little pens, and these are obviously mental pens, right? We're all in these like little mental cages. You can control us however you want to control us. Like, they've done a good job of quelling revolution before it's even started, right? And this is not even to mention that there's technologies that they have that we don't even know that they have, right? So there are things that they haven't even used against us yet that they just can't wait for us to get out of line. Like, I saw a protest recently, I don't know where it was, but they used some type of sonic device on the crowd. And when you can't hear it in the video because of the way it's a focused sound blast. And what it did was it sent like a frequency through these people, and everybody started throwing up and having like headaches and shit and running. And it was a crowd controlling device that the state was using against the people that a lot of people didn't even know existed. Blinding lights, you know, and even something like that, Captain Price, one of the ways too, like, that I've learned is not always to fight directly, like, you know, shadow, confusion, fucking, there's always ways to get out of situations without going at something directly, right? When what the state has invested in as far as their control apparatus is brute force. Really, it's overwhelming brute force, right? Whenever they show up, what do they show up with? They show up with everything, right? Surround you, and they show up with absolute brute force. And a lot of times, where people, fail to realize is there is no going against that brute force. It's like going up against a mountain. You can't go against it directly. You can't go against it directly. You have to go around it. You have to confuse it. And when he said blinding lights, it just reminded me of something. I saw this video of this dude trying to outrun this cop, and he just flashed his light in him, and he confused him. You can't chase a fucking blinding light in the middle of the goddamn night, and the dude got away. And it makes me think of like other ways to fight a machine that's become so big and so unruly that it becomes unmanageable in places where you can sneak into it, right? And you can sabotage in ways, right? Where a lot of us have been conditioned to think, and this is also due to the predictive programming in our movies, we've been programmed to think, go directly at it. You go directly at the Death Star and you hit the weak point and it's going to blow up and then everything's going to be happy and you're going to get a medal. That's not how that works. Like there's work to be done, right? There's work to be done within the machine to dismantle the machine. But unfortunately we can't because we're so a part of it. People be only 29 and it be sometimes black don't crack. Like, what? These people aren't 60 for right. Like, be old looking and shit. When I was 10, I got snatched up by a random black man in my own backyard. But guess who took off after him? My 12-year-old neighbor who's Latino. That shit fucked me up. Our own people. When there was I had told a story recently to one of my home. I ain't gonna tell that story on here. Because that's not my story to tell. Hell, I already don't. I heard a whole lot of AI podcasts. It was crazy. And AI podcasts. You see what I'm saying, y'all. But y'all, I am gonna go live tomorrow. I do appreciate you, Black Thoughts Attract Black. I appreciate y'all being here. This fucking discussion was amazing. But I'm gonna come back on here tomorrow. I do work tomorrow. I'm gonna have another long shift. But after I'm off Sunday, so I got all night tomorrow to talk. And I really enjoyed this live. I really enjoyed the conversation. I just got like two hosts talking to each other, and those bitches were AI. You see what I'm saying, bro? That shit is insane. Thank you, Ara, for the question. I wasn't yelling at you. I just thought, I like that. I like that question because it not just on here. I get that shit mostly on TikTok about, you cooning and all that other shit. And I'm like, bro, no, I'm not. Like, I love black people. That's the fucking problem. I love my people. I want us to succeed. I want us to win. I get sick of us taking L's. I get sick of us. I just get sick of it. I get sick of us fucking taking. Sometimes I'll be like, bro, we got to stop this. Like y'all saw the short I put out the other day. I don't know if y'all saw it. Other girl planning her macaroni. I'm just gonna put it like that because I want to get the video taken down to prove a fucking point. Don't do that. Like stuff like that. Let's cut that out. And if y'all think that's like a one-off, because everybody at work's talking about that video too. I don't know because I guess it's on Facebook now. Try not to do that. That's cooning, you know what I'm saying? I hate these conditions. There you go. I don't hate my people. I hate these conditions. There you go. That's what I feel. All I think about is how to improve, and it's like that's what drives you crazy when you want to fix something and you see the potential and you can't. It drives you insane. It drives you insane. And I see so much potential with us. I see so much one in us, and especially like right now, I'm seeing a lot of black people coming out like alternative and just being themselves. Like I love seeing that, bro. I love seeing so many black people just like expressing themselves exactly the way that they want to express and not trying to fit themselves in this box that we're supposed to be in. I love that shit. Our own motherfucker people wonder why we have so much darkness. It's our own people. Where's the unity? Mostly hate. But and then I'm gonna end on this. It's not that I don't. What time will you go live next? Well, tomorrow I should get off around 5. So I should be like today. I got here around 6. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow around the same time, probably around 7 Pacific time. So 7, California, Vegas time, whatever. I'm gonna go live tomorrow around the same time. So yeah, I'll be on here. But the reason that so many black people do feel like that is because of the so many of us lack, right? Or we're born into lack, right? Or born lacking. And you live in a world where we live in, especially in this country. This country has a lot of abundance, and when you are born into lack, and there's so much abundance around you, there's so much abundance in the media, there's so much abundance in America to see, and you've never seen none of that. That destroys people's spirit. That destroy. I'm saying from a young age growing up, so they never have hope. They never have. It's not that I don't understand it. Trust me, I understand it because I saw, like I said, I saw it growing up with the difference. And I hope they're not watching this, but the difference between me and my little brother and my two older brothers. Me and my younger brother were raised by my mom and my father, and my two older brothers, my father's two sons, they had their own mother and they lived in the projects. And the difference of how, when just how the lifestyle, like obviously we lived in that, me and my brother lived in a house with my father and my mom, and the way we moved around and the way we went out of state and the way we got to see things, and just as young people, it molded us as who we were because there was a little bit of hope and there was abundance in the house. There wasn't lack. Whereas my brothers, the only time they had abundance was when they came or to be around my father. My father took care of them. Trust me, he gave them everything that they wanted, just like he gave us everything they wanted. But when you take stuff and back into that environment, you get I don't know how many times my older brother will get robbed for his shoes or for his game system, for his things. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that I didn't have to deal with at that young of an age that my brothers did have to deal with. So my two older brothers are fucking hard as shit. They're tough. These are some tough niggas, right? Because they grew up that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't because they, we're brothers, right? We grew up together, but they grew up where they grew up and I grew up where I grew up, and it's just different. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people's conditions are that they never saw. You know what I'm saying? They never saw better, and their parents are probably trash too. And I'm not saying my brother's parents. I'm not talking about my brother's parents. I'm saying just in general, their parents are probably trash and have never put into them, never put into them, never expected from them. One of the things that I feel that was the biggest, I think my mom did the best she could as far as raising me and my brother. But the thing that kept us out of trouble the most, I personally feel, especially once my father was out of the picture and everything, the thing that kept us out of the trouble the most is that my mom expected out of us. She expected good things out of us. And when we fell short of that, or when we went the other direction, the disappointment, was enough to veer us back on track to be like, no, we are better than that, because she expected better than that, but she also put into us to be better too. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big part of like why I feel so many of us are in the situation that we're in as Black people in America, is because we lack and we see all this abundance around us. Is like, and it's teasing. It drives you insane after a minute. So with that, y'all, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye bye.